What's going on, YouTube family? Today we're on our home lake, Truman Lake. Kind of got the place to myself right now. Fishing a little finger here and a little cut going back in here. And found a few fish in here. Not a whole lot, but just enough to do that right there. So come with us, see if we can't catch a few more. Now today's video is brought to you by one of our great sponsors, and that's Beat Down Outdoor Products. If you're looking for an electronic mount that is by far the best of the best. I've used a lot of different mounts. My dad and I have used different mounts over the years, and we've both settled on Beat Down because they are tough as nails. So let me show you these mounts. Right here I've got the Ultimate. It's the double stack unit. And I've got a Garmin 12-inch on top and a Helix 12 on the bottom for my maps. And what's nice about this mount, like I've showed you before in previous videos, it is adjustable. So whichever way you need to move the mount for the glare of the sun, you can move it. But that's not all. Check this out. When I fish, I like to sit, so it's right here eye level with me. Some of you might like to stand, and if you do, this mount's for you. Loosen this knob right here. Now, this is almost eye level for me right here. So if you stand, you like to jig fish and live scope and stand, perfect height. If you like to have two people up here, you can have this right in between you. If it's just you and we've got, like I said, some sun hitting you, now the sun's kind of over my head, I can loosen this knob, turn it just a little bit. Now that glare is completely gone. I also have a stump jumper hood mount on mine. This also protects some glare. Made in Tightwad, Missouri. I'd give them a shout as well. But the mount itself is the Ultimate, made by Beat Down Outdoors. They're also in Missouri product, Sedalia, Missouri. Give them guys a call. Blake and Travis will treat you right. Another great feature, safety is a huge thing on the water these days. Everybody's talking about safety. And what's nice about this mount is it is complete safe. Although it's tough enough to run all the way up here, rock solid mount. I mean, I have to shake the far out of it, but it's got a double mount on the bottom. It ain't going nowhere. But when I'm running, what I can do is lower this all the way down. But then also, you can lower it down even more. So you pull this little knob right here, and that'll come on down even further. Take a look at that. So maybe you're a bass fishing guy and you don't want it up here. Or maybe you're a cat fisherman like we are and we use our cast nets to catch bait. I don't want it up in my face to catch the net on. So I lower it all the way down so it's out of the way. Same height to the trolling motor head. I can make my cast really easy. If you're a bass fisherman, you can throw your baits really easily. You can still see your graphs. So again, give Beatdown a call. Highly recommend them. There's another one. Let me show you what we're using today. Of course, we're using a B&M pole. Today's choice is an old school BGJP 16 footer. Most of the fish that I've seen today and caught today has been a little skittish. There's a tournament today. There's a lot of boats on the lake. I've actually got try to get away from everybody, but these fish are a little bit more aggressive. But a lot of the fish I've noticed were not aggressive today, and you had to put the bait right on top of them, and if you got close, they'd spook every time. So I normally use the stick, which is a 13-foot B&M pole. Great pole, but I wanted a little bit more extra reach. I didn't want to cast to them, so I went with the 16-foot. Using a 1/4 ounce egg sinker with a bobber stop, and then that comes down to a pro-built jig 1/16 ounce with a triple curl grub from Southern Pro Tackle. This is a white and chartreuse, and we've been tipping it with a minute a day, and as you can see, the last couple of fish got the camera on them and active capping. You can see it that way as well, and we put a few in the boat. So see if we can't catch another one or two, and then it's getting hot, so we'll probably call it quits early today. But wanted to come to you. It's been a little bit since I've got to do some filming and show you some things. So hope you enjoy it. Let's catch another one. Now, if you're liking these type of videos, and if you're not a subscriber, I would encourage you to go ahead and hit that subscribe button. We try to bring you new videos each week. I know I've been off the water for a little bit here lately, which I'll explain that here in a little bit coming up. But if you're not a subscriber, please go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Also, like the video, share it with your friends and family, and leave a comment below with things you'd like to see in future videos. Appreciate it. Just like it. Inhaled it. What's going on, YouTube family? It's been a little while since I've seen you. We have to take a little bit of a break for my house. My family's been kind of going through some sickness. My son and my daughter both had COVID. They are doing good now. I want to say that first and foremost. But I will say we were very, very fortunate. Both of them had very mild symptoms of COVID. My wife and myself actually never got it. We tested multiple times and each time came back negative. We did a lot of cleaning and social distancing throughout the house while we were at home during quarantine, and did a little bit of projects around the home as well. But we got back on the lake today, finally. It's been long overdue. I didn't keep a whole lot of fish. I just kept a few for me to eat. There's no sense in keeping a lot of fish since it's just me and the kids that eat them, and my kids' appetite still ain't the best, so probably just be me eating these fish anyway. So I think I kept 4 or 5. We're gonna clean these real quick and then we'll bring them to you on the dinner table. Okay, so today we're making a crappie dip. It's a new recipe that I wanted to put together. I've taken several other dip recipes and kind of tweaked it to make my own. So follow along, we'll put this dip together and see how it turns out. As always, first and foremost, we're going to pat our fillets and get them nice and dry. We want to get all that moisture we can out of there so it makes them even better. Next, we're going to sprinkle on some Old Bay seasoning. Now you can use whatever seasoning you like, your choice. I just particularly like Old Bay, and I like Tony Chachere, other seasonings, but today we're going to use Old Bay. So put that on one side of the fillet, and we're going to put them down inside of a greased pan, seasoned side down. And then just go ahead and just fill up this pan. We got to probably, I don't know, like I said, I think I had 4 or 5 crappie. So you can adjust the recipe to your likings. Once we have those seasoned side down, we're going to go ahead and season the other side and get ready to put them in the oven. Now, today we're using the oven. If you like the smoked flavor, you could put them in a smoker if you want. Well, we got the oven going on convection bake. You don't have to use convection bake. That's just what I like to use. It's set at 350 degrees. And we're going to cook these for about 15, maybe 20 minutes. That'll get that meat nice and flaky and get them done. So, as a magic of time, those have already cooked about 20 minutes now. And don't those look good? That's a meal in itself right there. From here, we're going to go ahead and just transport these fillets over into a bowl and move those into the fridge to kind of cool a little bit before we move on to our next step. Now go ahead and refrigerate your fish, as I was saying. I would at least do it about an hour. That'll kind of get them nice and cool, easier to work with. And then once you've got your fish out of the refrigerator, they'll be ready to go ahead and start mixing up. Here's all of our ingredients. Feel free to pause the video so you can kind of take note. This is what I'm using today. So let's go ahead and get this mixed up. I'm just going to use a fork and kind of smash up my fish fillets. You can use your fingers if you want. But this will kind of get them into nice, smaller bite-sized pieces. This is the consistency that you're looking for. Now, once you've got your fish to where you like it, we're going to start adding these ingredients. We've got about a half a cup of celery chopped up, as well as a half a cup of red onion. To this, we're going to add in about a half a cup of cream cheese. I went ahead and softened this, so it'll make it a little bit easier to work with. In addition, we're going to add in a half a cup of Miracle Whip. Now, you can use regular mayonnaise if you prefer. This is just what we had on hand today. I don't measure, you can see. I just kind of eyeball it. In addition, we're going to add in about a half a cup of ranch dressing of your favorite choice. After that, we're going to add in a little bit of Worcestershire sauce. I'm going to guess probably about a tablespoon of that. Next, we're going to add in a little bit of dried parsley. You could use fresh parsley if you wanted to. This is just what I had on hand. About a teaspoon of dried parsley. Next will be a little bit of garlic powder. Again, about a teaspoon. If you like garlic like I do, I will maybe a little bit more than that. Probably closer to 2 teaspoons on this one. And as well as a little bit of onion powder. About a teaspoon of that as well. Lastly, we're going to add in some heat. We're going to add in a little bit of sriracha sauce today. If you don't like the heat, you can cut that out, but honestly, I've added probably about a tablespoon, maybe a little bit more than that, and it doesn't give it that much kick. It just adds a little bit of flavor. From here, we're going to go ahead and start mishing all this together, mixing it all up into a nice, good consistency that you like. And once you've got this mixed up to about this consistency, you're ready to put it back in the fridge. Go ahead and cover it, stick it in the fridge for at least an hour. The longer the better. Even overnight would be ideal. All right, let's try to get some of that dip out. It's been chilling for quite some time. Take a look at that. Let's plate up some. All right, y'all, let's give it a try. Crappie dip. That's good. Again, we're always trying to come up with new recipes to use our fish with other than frying it. Like I said, we've kind of been on a diet kick and trying to come up with different things. And I love fish dip, tuna fish salad, chicken salad, all that kind of stuff. I love it. That's basically similar to what this is. I just call it a dip. Put it on a cracker, go to town. So it's gonna be my lunch, and hope you enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed the fishing, and I'm glad to be back at it, and glad to bring you another recipe as well. Until next time, God bless. We are gone.